Hello, my name is Charles Henry. I represent Team 47, and I'm here to demonstrate the mass transit system for CS 6310. With that, I'd like to go ahead and kind of get into the system. So I'm going to run the system by executing this batch script here. And this batch script doesn't do anything special, but I would like to show it to you. Um, it does use the working system jar, which has been specified to us in previous courses. I'm sorry, previous assignments. And the first parameter it's going to take is going to be the instruction file. And the second parameter it's going to take is a distribution file. The instruction file was given to us in previous assignments. However, this distribution file is actually going to be a comma separated vector, which is essentially going to provide all of the passenger data at startup for each stop. Again, this and the first file is a pretty much known file, but in this case, I'm going to go ahead and run a custom script that I've ran here just to show the coordinate system. So if I run the coordinate system in the old kind of given golden standard program, you'll notice that the coordinate system is somewhat incorrect. Quadrant 1 and quadrant 3 are correct. Um, Positive x, positive y, negative x, negative y. But quadrant 2 and 4 are actually swapped, meaning that the negative x should actually be over here and the positive y should, yeah, be up here. So again, these two quadrants are flip-flops, so just kind of know that going forward. Now let's go ahead and kind of get into our simulation. I'm going to go ahead and start. This is our simulation. It kind of follows the same look and feel, if you will, of what was given to us, just because it seemed very functional and aesthetically it worked. On the top portion here, we have a bus map, if you will, of all the stops in the current instruction file, and each stop that has a bus clearly is visible with a bus. Now, down here, we have a previous cycle and a next cycle buttons, additionally with some information about our current uh, situation. Now, if I advance the sim, i.e. move next bus, uh, you can see that buses are moving. And in this case, I've cycled the simulation, removed 3 buses, and this current sim time is 10. I have now 3 remaining snapshots as each time I move forward, we have a sliding snapshot frame which will capture up to 3 snapshots, which is what the customer requested. Now, each time we advance, the system efficiency is also automatically updated, which is quite nice because the user was quite concerned about the efficiency of the system. If you also go backwards, you'll notice that we negate a snapshot. Um, Now, if I continue to go back to exceed the 3 that I'm allotted, it'll let us know that the previous snapshots can't happen because it doesn't exist. Additionally, if I close the application and start it again and I try to go to a previous snapshot, it can't because the snapshot data doesn't exist. So that's good. The user can't really mess that up. So we'll just give it a go a couple times here. Now, the thing I would like to kind of make known here is if you have multiple buses at one stop, you will see that, and it'll stack those as much as possible. Now, beyond that implementation, the user also has the ability to modify buses, modify stops, and kind of use some more detailed information. They can modify a current bus or its attributes by clicking the Modify Bus and then selecting which bus they'd like to modify. In our case, we're going to modify 60. Uh, this display will allow the user to update all 3 of these attributes at one time, or they can just modify the attribute they care about and the others will not be affected. In our case, we can change the capacity of 60 and we'll increase it from 15 to 30. And the change is successful, but it won't actually be applied until 60 uh, makes it to its next stop. So we'll keep our eye on 60, which is here, till, oh, okay, there it made its next stop. And if we go into modify 60 again, we notice that its current is 30. So the effect actually did take effect. What's nice about this user interface is it does not allow any kind of input other than positive numbers. So a negative number isn't allowed, a positive is, but letters are also not allowed, nor symbols. Same thing with the symbol. Now to change a bus route, which we'll go ahead and do, you first have to select the route that you want to change it to. So currently we're on this. We will change it to Express, and we will go to 9. So again, this field here did not populate until this one did, and I can change it still, and it will repopulate. If I do not select the second one and I try to update, it just won't allow it. It'll let you know that you need to specify an initial stop. So again, we'll specify that, and the effect will change. Another thing I would like to point out is the modify stop. So again, if you'd like to modify a stop, you can do that as well. In this case, we're just trying to change the probability. Again, the probability is loaded initially through that comma separated vector, but you can also change it here now. Now, unlike the move bus will wait until the next stop, and then it will take effect. Rider probability is instantaneous. So, for example, if we want to change uh, stop 1 and we want to change the high to 10 and the low to 1, we can update that. I can come back in, and boom, there it is. It's already done. This does not allow you to leave one blank and one not blank. Again, won't let you. And it also will not let you have the reverse. Now here it says it was successful, but if we actually go in and look at it, it actually just swapped them. So I'll do a 2 and a 9 here to just illustrate that. Oops, sorry. We'll update that. It says it was successful. And it was successful because it automatically swapped them for the user. Now again, you can update all of these or just the ones that you want. The final feature I'd like to kind of just display is going to be the system efficiency dialog. This dialog basically prints out all of the metadata that an operator might want to look at um, for buses and for stops. And this is tabular, so you can sort for whatever your heart's content. And again, it provides the actual rider's information here, and then also the number of individuals waiting, if you will, to ride that stop. Or, I'm sorry, to ride the bus. All right, I think that is all I have. This has been our simulator, and thank you. We appreciate. Have a good one. Bye bye.